the system? What if the monetary system collapsed? The petrodollar was eliminated. All central banks were ended. All governments were ended. All power structures were ended. Rothschilds, Rockefellers, royal bloodlines, families, they all vanished. Would this realm just become a paradise? Is that what people think? Because they say we allow it, we allow slavery, we just allow it. They say we allow it. We allow them to rule us, we deserve to be slaves because we allow it. Are they really looking deeply? Are they really looking deeply on these other channels that so many people follow? They run by deep thinkers. Are they really looking at reality deeply? Are they thinking deeply? What if this whole family vanished? Here I am on the Google images. People that have been around for a while, they know why I say the Google images. They mock you. But what if this family vanished? Okay? What if all of the so-called, quote, lords here vanished? The whole power structure came down like a house of cards. This. By design, of course. They do love to rub it in your face. Evelyn, the Rothschild. What if the royals were gone? I've shown this before. I've shown many images from this. Okay? Ali. It's part of it. I want you to focus. What if all of the power structures were eliminated? They all ended. Including all the organizations set up by them. Council of Foreign Relations, whether it's the Rothschilds or the Rockefellers. Brown and Freemasonry, right? What if they vanished? These are real questions. These are valid questions I'm asking here. But this is a thought experiment. What if they vanished? No, they say David Rockefeller is gone. What if the whole name was gone? What if the whole family? It just vanished. Okay? And all the Rothschilds. What if they were just gone? They just vanished into thin air. What if this realm is what I'm asking? What difference would it make? Would it make this place a paradise? Is that what you think? Because some do think that on my channels. I've seen it in comments. They think, oh, if we just stood up to them. It's like they don't hear anything I'm saying in my videos. Just don't hear it. That's why I'm making this video, to go through it. What if all the royals were gone? Not just the ones pictured here. Okay? Not just these. These. But all of them. Of Europe. Not just England, but Switzerland, Sweden, everywhere. They're all connected to Russia. Every president is a cousin, has royal blood. They have their royal bloodline related. Royal bloodline. Hollywood, when they roll out the red carpet, that's a line of blood, a bloodline. They're bloodline related. The top celebrities, top actors, and quote actresses. I mean, they're all, obviously, I can't say all, but the majority of them are Decepticons, we'll say. In terms of how they present themselves. I don't want to assume their gender, that's what I'm getting at. Okay, I can't say too much on YouTube because there's a black and white dualism on the floor. Freemasonry. Let's say all of these red bloodline sash, the red and blue of Freemasonry. That red sash shows the bloodline, and the red and blue lodges, the red lodges, the blue lodges of Freemasonry. But let's say they were all gone, okay, all of them. They just vanished. They didn't come to some violent, demise, we'll say. Just vanished. It's like they were never here, they never existed, or nobody, they just disappeared and nobody knew, and everyone just moved forward. Right? All of them. The Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the bloodlines, all of the top billionaires, you know the ones, Bezos, Gates, the figureheads, all of them. All of them. All of them. Can't say enough because some people will say, what about this one? All of them. All of them were gone. They vanished. Red carpet. It's the bloodline. The red and blue mixed together, the blue sash and the red carpet, the red dress, is royal purple. And it used to be criminal to wear royal purple if you weren't royalty. They could execute you for that back in the day. And they even taxed the air in Ireland. That's why the windows are so small. They'd measure the windows and tax you. That's why they had small windows, because larger windows you paid higher taxes, which peasants could not afford. And they did brutal things in Ireland, which maybe I'll go into sometime. But I've studied history, okay? And the whole potato famine is a psyop. It's not what happened. They stole the food and took it out of Ireland, and they got rid of the farmers in the fields brutally. It was a genocide. Okay? That's the reality of what the royals did, Cromwell and the royal families. Okay? But back to what I was getting at, and what I wanted to get you thinking about, provoke you to think about. What if they were all gone? All the so-called, quote, rulers, all the bloodline, families, every country, all over the world, not just these, but everywhere. Everywhere. It would change. What would change in this hell realm, this matrix? What would change? What if they were all gone? The governments, the royal families, the central banks, the whole monetary system, the whole system of control, all the economic systems, the groups, the foundations that they run, all the corruption was all gone. The top of the pyramid was gone. All of it, everything you could think of. Freemasonry, every secret society. I'm not going to name them all. They're all gone. All of them. And the Vatican, the Jesuits, all of them. Knights of Malta, all of them. How many people would starve to death if that suddenly just happened? The whole system was eliminated. How many would help each other? How many people would suffer? And how many would prosper? What do you think? I want you to really think. Look around at your neighbors. Streets around you. Your neighborhood, not just your street. 3 streets away, 4 streets away, 6 streets away, 9 streets away, 11 streets away. Okay? Yeah, I can do that word magic stuff that people love. It's easy. 9 streets away, 11 streets away. Okay? What do you think would happen to certain cities, major cities? Happens when they just, stop prosecuting ones for going in and shoplifting, stealing from stores. New York City, like, look what's happening there. Certain groups of people will say, well, just rob the stores blind. Just like if there's a hurricane in a predominantly, I can't say it, certain demographic rules a certain city like New Orleans, and all of a sudden they're running out with boxes of Nike shoes. If you get what I mean, okay, if you understand what I'm getting at here. Maybe some people from Australia or other places won't know what I mean, or Europe. You might not know what I mean, but about the riots in Detroit, I think in the 1950s and 60s, they burned down thousands and thousands, I think it was 12, 13,000 buildings. That's why white people left. Okay, it's not just the Rockefellers and Rothschilds and the royal families that are a problem in this fucking realm. I hate to break it to you. Okay? I hate to break this to you. Some of you have walked through your life here asleep, like truth or sheep. It's just the truth. You don't see a lot of things. You come to my channel and you're all preachy, telling me about the legal name fraud that I heard about. I mean, Jesus Christ, what, 25 years ago? You come here and assume that I've never looked into anything? What's your problem? And then some Christians come preaching and then they don't like it with my videos and they'll say, were you going to hell? Like, fuck you. You know what I mean? Fuck them. Fuck them. They don't listen. They don't come here to learn. They come here to preach. And they barely know anything about where they are. They're under mind control. They got a big mouth. They got a big attitude. They don't have their ears open or their mind open. They don't want to listen. They don't want to learn. They don't even listen to what's in the videos. Let's talk about free will. When I name all the things that free will has nothing to do with. Nothing to do with. So I'm taking the free will thing off the table. All the central banks are gone. Think of it. What if they're all gone? No rulers. No money system. No royals. Are there still hurricanes? Yes. Are there still tornadoes that devastate and kill? Yes. Earthquakes that kill? Yes. And destroy? Level entire cities sometimes? Yes. Volcanic eruptions that do that? Yes. Huge massive floods, including the possibility of another worldwide flood? Yes. Huh. Well, there's a few things. Does any of that change? Do you get rid of the evil at the top of the pyramid here, and governments and central banks? And the legal name fraud and all that stuff? No. None of that changes. So there goes your free will, because that's part of the design. And that's what some people are really stuck on. They don't want to look at that. I'll say it again in every video if I have to. Until they start saying, wait, we're not choosing that. We're not choosing tornadoes that devastate. We're not doing that. We're not choosing hurricanes. We're not choosing earthquakes, tsunamis that kill hundreds of thousands of people in I think it was the South Pacific, and was it the Philippines and Indonesia and all along those coastlines? It's not free will. That's not choosing to follow evil and slavery and being slaves. That's the design of the fucking realm. It's not my free will doing that. And it's not the evil at the top of the pyramid. That's the realm. What about the worldwide floods over the centuries and millennia? Love to blame us, though. Some of you love to blame us for it. How about the 10,000 diseases of this realm? You eliminate the Rockefellers and Rothschilds and all the others, all of them. Those diseases still exist. You're not going to have a paradise. What about the deformed children that are born deformed? What about all the disabled children? Millions of blind. Millions just of blind children. Much less all the ones in wheelchairs and the ones that are highly autistic and nonverbal. They're unable to speak. What about that? Does that change because the central banks are gone? No. No, and this is why I've been talking about this stuff. So that you can't say it's just evil at the top of the pyramid and the rest is just on humanity for choosing evil or to follow evil. No, it's the design of the realm. Okay? Can certain drugs like thalidomide cause birth defects? Yes. But are the majority of birth defects caused because of that? No, they're not. Look into diseases. I didn't make up the 10,000 diseases number. Look into this stuff before you talk, because you sound stupid and foolish, people that argue against it. Rid of the evil at the top of the pyramid of this realm. The realm itself is still evil. It's not a paradise. Go out in nature. You'll either be burnt to a crisp or frozen to death, depending on the season, or where you are, your geography. Go out in the wild. Or you could get eaten by an animal, or eaten alive by mosquitoes, or get a mosquito bite that gives you something that kills you. They transmit disease. Or a bat, or a rat. Okay? Or even a raccoon with rabies, or with some disease. They can transmit it too. Did you know that? Raccoons can transmit disease in their shit that sometimes a squirrel will eat, and they'll get very sick and out of their minds and die. There's all kinds of stuff that people don't know about. A lot of people are so out of touch with nature. You just think it looks pretty. They don't get it. Go into bear country in Canada. See what happens. You're safe, right? Nature will just hug you. Right? If you love nature, nature will just love you back, is their logic. Nature doesn't give a fuck about you. It's reality. Life eats life here. Every single second of every day. All day long. Everywhere on earth. On the land. Under the ground. In the soil. Inside the soil. There's bacteria eating other things. There's worms eating. And there's worms being eaten. There's animals eating things under the ground. And on the ground. On the land. Okay? So you don't have to go to slaughterhouses and say, how many animals are killing each other all day long? Everywhere on earth. If you closed all the slaughterhouses down, that doesn't change. That's what I'm trying to get people to see. It's not humanity causing the evil. That's what I want you to get. I want you to get past that roadblock. So you say to yourself, holy shit, he's right. Even if you took humans out of the picture, there was not one person left to have a landfill or bury something garbage under the ground that people worry about so much here. Animals with life would be eating life every second of every day in brutal ways on this earth without a single human being here, without a single slaughterhouse, without a single factory, without a single house of a human. It all went back to nature. Left long enough that nature just took over everything. The apartment buildings, the bridges, nature just consumed it all. Nature would still be brutal. You just don't grasp that, though. People can't wrap their heads around that because they're stuck on thinking that nature's good. Nature's good. It's good. You know? And then they twist it around. Well, are you an evolutionist? Do you believe in Darwin? Sure. No, I don't. No, I don't. And that's where they really get fucked up. Because they're such small thinkers. They think, well, he must be this then. They make stupid assumptions. No. I exposed Darwin years ago while you were still sleeping and snoring on other platforms. Darwin, the Freemason, and the bullshit, the nonsense of evolution. It's complete nonsense. You probably not, I don't want to sound arrogant, but you probably won't spend as many hours looking into that and debunking it the way I did years ago. I doubt it. Because it's airtight argument against it. It's just complete fucking nonsense. Doesn't add up at all. So don't call me that. Don't call me a Darwinian evolutionist. Don't call me an atheist. That's what simple-minded beings do. They want to label someone. They want to put a label on them saying, oh, they're a mental case, they're schizophrenic, they're an atheist, or this or that. You don't know what the fuck I am, to be honest. You can't put me in any box. You can't put a label on me. You can't figure me out. You just can't do it. You can't do it. You remove the top of the pyramid completely, and this realm would still be a matrix and still be evil by design, because it's the design. You can't change the fucking design. How are you going to stop animals from eating other animals to live? Life eats life to live, or you don't live. Take away the food from a bear, or a giraffe, or a lion, or a tiger. You starve. It's that simple. Take away the food from a shark. Put it in a tank with no food. It dies. That's how this realm works. It's not the evil at the fucking top of the pyramid, whether it's the Rothschilds or entities above them that are doing that. That's this realm. That's the design. That's the way it is. So if you got rid of all that evil at the top, and the central banks and all that whole list of shit, the realm's still evil. You could still have a child that's horribly deformed. You could still have horrible diseases. You could still have a child with leukemia and watch them slowly suffer and die. But you don't get it. People don't get it. I don't know if they listen to my videos, if it sinks in, but they always go back to blaming humans or blaming the top of the pyramid or saying, oh, if we only could shut down the slaughterhouses and be vegans. You don't get it. You can't change the design of this realm. You can't change, and I'll say it again, I've said it before. Unfortunately, it didn't work before for some. You can't make a sewer. Open a city sewer, look in there, and it's full of filth and disgust and shit. Waste. Open it up. Say to yourself, hey, can I convert this into a gourmet restaurant meal? A 3 Michelin star meal? No, you can't do it. You can't do that. You can't fix this realm. Because it's this way by design. And some of you are really stuck. You always go back to the free will or the actions of humans. Well, if only we could close the slaughterhouses. If we could only get rid of the government. If we could only end the central banks around the world. If we could only fight the Rothschilds and Rockefellers and the royal family and the Vatican, the Black Pope, the Jesuits, and this and that, secret societies, and put an end to Freemasons. If all that disappeared, this realm is still evil. You just don't understand. It's not about free will, and it's not about just a group of an evil group that's ruling the realm. It's the realm itself. It's the design itself. It's where you are. And I'm trying to hammer that home. Just look at the video. I've already talked for almost 24 minutes trying to hammer this home to people. Some people have been here for 6 months. They still don't get that. They still think if only this, if only this, if only this. You don't get it. Unfortunately, I think some of you are attached to this fucking earth because you're blaming humans for things that we can't even control. If you think you can control it, stop eating then. Show me the way. Do it yourself. Lead the way by stop eating. Okay? Anything. Nuts, seeds, fruits, vegetables, meats, poultry, anything. Fish, anything. No seafood, nothing. Nothing. And there's life in water too, by the way. So that's off the table as well. Can't even do a water fast. If you want to be that strict, stop eating life and show me the way. Show me that can be done. Because I am tired of people trying to defend things that way. If only this, if only that. All that was gone. How would you fix the realm? How would you stop nature from being brutal? How would you make this realm into a paradise? How would you stop animals from eating other animals? Life eating life. You have that figured out? How would you stop birth defects, deformities? Horrible deformities. Where children suffer that way. Not just from being teased and mocked, but painful a lot of times. Painful deformities. Where they're in pain every day. And it's not the Rothschilds doing that. It's not the Rockefellers. You gotta think bigger than that. You gotta think bigger, man. You gotta think bigger than governments and central banks. You gotta think bigger, man. I wish I could, I'm spiritually trying to grab you by the shoulders and shake you. And shake the nonsense out of you so that you wake up. I see a lot of comments that just, it wouldn't change this place really at all. Or barely at all. Barely at all. If you closed all the slaughterhouses down, there's still animals eating other animals to survive. All day long, as I've always said, every single second. It's not just once in a while you might see a nature film. Somewhere in the world right now, there's animals feasting on other animals that are alive. Life eats life. You might not be there right there to see it and watch it as a spectator. But it's happening. That's how this place works. You're very detached from nature if you don't understand. You're not going to change that by getting rid of governments, central banks, the legal name fraud, all caps names, and all that stuff in the world, all that. You can get rid of it all. You don't change, it doesn't just change the design of this realm one bit. It doesn't get rid of tornadoes, hurricanes, earthquakes, tsunamis, great floods, volcanic eruptions, all this shit, but it's like God toying with you saying, fuck you. Every once in a while I'm just going to amuse myself with carnage and destruction and suffering and sadistic shit. That's what it is. Struck by lightning. Get rid of the Rothschilds, there's still going to be lightning. That's what I bet on. Maybe not you. Maybe some of you are so warped and so far gone that you don't think there was lightning 1,000 years ago here, or 10,000 years ago, or 10 million. If the earth was 10 million years old, I don't know how long this fucking matrix has been going, but however long, I think it was part of the design. Like a game to them. You're cannon fodder for them. You're amusement for them. They watch and they're entertained. They're observing you. They laugh at you. Do you ever get the sense that, not the Rothschilds and Rockefellers, but these entities that they observe, that they're sinister, that they watch and laugh, they laugh at our humiliation. They might even watch you use the bathroom and laugh at you. There's children that say that they've seen entities doing that and laughing, but they watch us do that. I had that feeling as a kid. There's others recently that are children today that feel the same way as I did decades ago. So isn't that interesting? Some sinister presence watching, even when you're alone. Alone in your house, alone in your bathroom, or alone outdoors. Nobody around you. Nobody around. All by yourself, but you feel like you're being watched. I had that feeling as a kid, like the quote, eye in the sky watching. So anyway, these people that say, all we have to do is this. You're such a baby truther. Like, grow up. I'm tired of those. I'm tired of the people that come from Sedaris channel, the Chrissy the crybaby. They're at that level where he says, all we have to do is do this. You're clueless. You're at a low level of thought. Baby truthers, truthers sheep. They said, I just explained it. And some still won't get it. They'll say, what about this? You don't get it. All the things that I listed would still be around. You got rid of every, quote, elite, every billionaire, every bloodline family. They all vanished. Every central bank was gone. Whole power structure ended. All governments were gone. All the big religions in the Vatican and all their control. It's all gone. And the realm is still hell realm. It's still brutal. It's still the Matrix. It's still sick. It's still life eating life. It's still 10,000 plus diseases. It's still you get a scratch and you can die from that. From an infection. Just from bacteria. You understand this? I don't think some people do, unfortunately. So I have to drive this home. As I said, I really do wish I could spiritually grab you by the shoulders with my hands and shake you. Shake them up and wake them up. Toughen up, cupcake, and wake up a little bit. Do you understand the realm itself? The design is evil. So some people nitpick and they go into these little things, and almost always, it's something that deniers can always say, well, that's humans. That's free will. That's our free will. Notice the things that I named are not free will. You can't blame it on human choices, human behavior, human actions. It's not our choice. It's not your choice as a parent to have a child all of a sudden be stricken with leukemia, or brain cancer, or huge tumors, inoperable brain tumors, let's say, that are the size of an orange. Do you understand this? That it's not free will? That's why I don't want people using those examples. And they point them out, it's almost like they're saying, Stephen, you haven't thought of this. Well, I have. I'm aware. But I don't use those examples. Because the deniers can always say, well, that's humans doing that. It's humans being evil, or that's free will. There shouldn't be slaughterhouses. We should all be vegans. So that's just humans. I point to the design of the realm as being evil with no actions or behavior of humans. Even if humans weren't here, it's still that way. So try to defend that away. They can't do it. There's a reason why I do things. I like to have airtight arguments. That when people are up against the argument, they just have to avoid mentioning it. That's the best they can do, is avoidance and denial. And try to deflect and not even mention it. What's said in the video. That's the best they can do. That's all they can do. Because they can't defend it. There is no defense. It's indefensible. The way this realm is designed. So what they try to do is put it back on humans and blame humans. And I point out all the things that are not caused by humans. Are not caused by human choices, actions, behavior, nothing. Not human morality or immorality. Not a factor. It's the design of the realm. It's built into the design of the fucking realm. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I do that. I want to explain the reasons why I do that. I take free will right off the table. You don't even have to go into free will. Look at the design of the fucking realm. How about you do that? That's where you'll see the truth of what this place is. And the designer of it, the architect, the creator, or the quote, so-called god, or the monster, devil, entities, archons, whatever you want to call them, demons. So, I wanted to make it airtight and show you. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you really think about this. Thanks for supporting my channel. Thanks for sharing. Bye. Take care.